symbol of East Anglia. As you can see, he's raring to come out because I'm going to introduce you in a moment to Pebble. And Pebble is our barn owl. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with him because I'm going to fly him to this little contraption here. Bit of foam on top, we've got astroturf on the top, I'm going to put bits of food, and that little red buzzing means a buzzing noise. And what I'm going to try and show you is the amazing hearing system of an owl. So when we get, you coming out? Good lad. When we get the barn owl quartering the meadow or along the grass margin along the hedge, their face is normally looking down and they're listening for sound. Now the barn owl's favourite prey is the short-tailed vole and the field mice. Makes up most of their diet. Here we go, watch. Good boy. And what happens is as they're quartering, they're listening for sound. Well, a small mammal it's not going to be on top of the grass, it's going to be in the roots. And they have a territory. And they have tunnels through that territory. So as they go around doing their daily business, feeding on the grasses, they're making a noise. And that's what the owl's listening for. And the sound hits the bird in the face. Its proper term is facial disc. There's this amazing heart-shaped face. All the feathers on the facial disc lay to the ears and they're offset from each other. And what happens is that noise of that vole or that mouse comes up, hits them in the face, it travels up the face, and at the top it splits. Half goes into one ear and the half goes into the other. And it gives them a pinpoint. Best way to describe it is an audio picture of where their next prey is. Now, how many of you seen one of these in the wild? Put your hands up. Quite a few of you. Come out the other day, no one. I said, well, you're not from Suffolk then. Because we're very, very lucky. Suffolk and Norfolk have the densest population of barn owls in the UK. Now, I used to live in the Yorkshire Dales, and in 2 years when I lived there, I saw a barn owl. I only ever saw one. Peregrines every day, but barn owls were a very rare bird. For us, they're a very common species. Now, the barn owl itself is actually the most widely distributed owl in the world. They are found on 6 out of 7 continents. There isn't a barn owl. There's 37 different types of barn owl, different subspecies. So we have the largest, which is the North American. We then have, in my eyes, one of the most stunning, and it's called the Ashley face. So the face and the bib round here, it looks like someone's dipped them in coal dust. The most amazing looking barn owl. This little chap, I know he's a male because the European barn owl's got a pure white chest. Only the male has this. It's the female that has the black freckles on the side of the chest. That's how you can tell between the boys and the girls. Now the population here in the UK is stable, 4,000 to 4,500 pairs. It fluctuates from year to year. It really depends on how mild the winter we've had and also how much food is available for them. It is estimated only to be about a third of what we once had. The two big changes for the barn owl really came around in the late 40s and early 50s. And it was this huge overhaul of agriculture because during the Second World War we had food rations. So it meant a huge overhaul. So where farmers had small fields and they'd be divided by hedgerows and all of the stubble was ploughed in the winter by the heavy horses, that was becoming a thing of the past. We were moving into modern day machinery and the farmers are encouraged to grub the hedgerows out and have 20, 30 acre fields because then you got a high yield of crop and it meant more food production. We then had the farmers that did retain the hedges. Instead of leaving a little margin, they were encouraged to plant right up to the hedge. Again, better food production. Water meadows and marshland was drained, and that was turned into agricultural land too. And that was the favourite habitat. Then we have the disappearance of their natural nesting sites, the lovely old barns. It's quite a rarity nowadays to have barn owls nesting in a barn, but traditionally that's where they nested. And an old barn would, on the gable end, had a hole put in there, cut in there, for this bird specifically. And what would happen is in the spring and summer, the pair would rear their chicks in there. So if you've got April showers, what would happen is the barn owl chicks were nice and warm, they had a roof over their head. And they paid the farmer back in the autumn and winter, because after harvest, when we start to store the grain in the barns, it would have been done by storing it in Hessian sacks. But that's going to attract mice and rats in to nibble away at the sacks to get to the grain. That's why the barn owl would go through that hole, sit in the rafters and control the mice and rat population. But we don't store like grain like this anymore. Grain is stored in big metal silos or large agricultural barns. So many of these lovely old barns fell into disrepute, and they literally fell down, or they were knocked down and replaced by modern day agricultural barns and converted into houses or offices. But it's not all doom and gloom. They are at a stable population, so 4,000 to 4,500 pairs. As I said earlier, we're in East Anglia, so we are where they do the best. Then we have two huge changes for this bird in the last 20-25 years. Firstly is an improvement in habitat for the bird. Farmers get paid for agri-schemes, so it's things like single farm payment, entry, higher level scheme, and it's where they get paid to put hedges where they once were, then to put in grass margins, anything from 2 to 8 metre along some of the crop fields. In some cases, the higher level scheme, they get paid to put, no, that's cheating. That's cheating. You're not getting a lift, you're having a laugh. Go on up there. Thank you. Now, thank you. And what happens is the high level schemes, farmers get paid to put in what we call nectar strips. This is plants and flowers that are put in for bees and butterflies, and wild cover strips, which is winter feeding for our songbirds. But all those habitats are fabulous for small mammals, and if they're great for small mammals, they're great for the small mammals predators, barn owls, kestrels. So it's really good, is the habitat improvements. It also links up little populations of barn owls, and it provides new habitat for new pairs. So it's great news. And then secondly, barn owl nest boxes. They are a recent thing, 20-25 years is how long they've been going. But they've been so successful that 85% of our barn owls rely upon nest boxes. That's how important they are. Two things to remember about barn owl nest boxes, if you're ever tempted to put them up. Number one, put them up between 12 and 20 foot. Put them in the right terrain, so don't put them in a wood, because barn owls don't go in woods. They need to go along a grass margin or in a field, ideally in an elm or an oak tree, or if you don't have a tree, put a pole up and put the nest box up in there. And the other thing is, put two nest boxes up, because the female will pick the one she wants to rear her young, the other one becomes the bachelor pair. It's where he hangs out, because once his missus has got the kids, she don't want much to do with him, except for bringing the food. So he'll actually cache food there and store it for her to give them the call and to bring a bit of food over for the kids. There you go. Right, this little chap's done very well, so I am going to work my way back to his aviary. He's had 12 chicken drumsticks so far. Even I would be getting full on that. There we go. So I've got his big piece now, so I'm going to work my way back over here, and then we're going to pop this fella away. He's done very, very well. Are you on the way, aye? Good lad. There we go. Let me get past you. You know what's coming. Hold your horses. Because the young males form groups up until they're 2 years of age. Bin day on the Falkland Islands. You don't put your bin out overnight, because if you do, a bit of rubbish will be everywhere. You don't have a dog flap or a cat flap, because they will get in your house. And when it comes to putting your washing out to dry, you've got to be there, because if not, if these get onto it, they'll rip everything to pieces. They're really destructive. So they do like eating bits of rubbish, but what their natural behaviour, and we're trying to show you here with the plant pots, is going down to the shore and looking for crustaceans. They'll flip over shells and pebbles looking for crustaceans. The other thing they do like to eat, and the other bird that the Falkland Islands is famous for, is penguins. And the breeding season, if they find penguin nests, they'll actually go down the holes to get hold of them. So they're not frightened of going into tunnels. You haven't finished that one. There we go. What about this one, Stanley? Right. We haven't finished. There's one up there. Thank you very much. Come on, do your job properly. There's nothing in there either. Here we go. There we go. You're having a look around, are you, mate? There we go. Good boy. Right, his display is always very, very short because he comes out and does his tricks, then he goes in because I'm going to get bullied in a minute, and the problem is I've got my shorts on, which means he likes to bite my legs if he gets the opportunity. Here we go. He's watching. He knows where he's going. And look, here we go. Get out of it. Come on. I know you want your big bits. You're like an old mother hen that's hanging around the door here, not letting me in. Get off. Get out of it. I know what you're up to. There we go. There we are. Do you want these bits? Can you put them over there? There you go. Well done. Good boy. Right, give him a round of applause. It is always a quick flight with him, but he is quite spectacular. The only problem is now, you got to wait for me to clear all this up. It's really, we need someone to put the Benny Hill music on really now, don't we? The difference in size. Generally with birds of prey, the female is a third larger than the male. The exception to that rule is the condor family. So the Andean and the very rare Californian condor where the male's bigger. But generally it's the female. There we are. Now, the Harris hawk's one of the strangest birds in the bird of prey world because these break all of the general rules. Now, firstly, I've called him a hawk. He has hawk-like attributes. But Rudy is actually in his own family. Right, are you ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. There we are, good boy. There we go, you going to sit on there for us? Good lad. So the hawk-like attributes are short wings, which gives them rapid acceleration, and a long tail, which gives them to agility. You're seeing just how agile he really is. If he goes back up there, we'll see if we can get him to do a catch. And you'll see how he uses that tail. Here we go. Let him go back up there. See if we can get a catch out of him. Here we go. Are we ready, Rudy? So I'm going to throw it up the last second. Here we go. Watch. Look at that. So what he does is literally, because the tail is so long, if he throws it underneath, he can practically climb up vertical. And for a hawk, that means he's able to intercept prey bursting up. Things like game birds, like quail. Or pheasants breaking up, he can intercept them as they rise. It's a great advantage for him. Now, as I say, as a general rule, they've got these hawk-like attributes. Good boy. The short wings, the long tail. But they're actually in their own family. And it's like the osprey, the bird we find that goes up to Scotland, and we see this amazing footage of where you see him slow motion going into the dive, into the lochs and the rivers and grabbing fish. Ospreys are not a sea eagle nor are they a fish eagle, they're in their own family. And this bird is the same. There's no other bird of prey in the world related to the Harris hawk. They're actually in between. Now their Latin name, which is their scientific name, is Parabuteo unicinctus. And it translates to, para means beyond, hence you get the term, paranormal. Buteo is buzzard. So they're beyond the buzzard, but they're not a true hawk, they're in between. Uni is single or one, and cinctus is bandle belt. And what we're talking here is about that white tip on his tail. Now can you see, he wiggles his tail and all. He's communicating. Because the other amazing thing about this bird, and what's so unusual, is they are gregarious. They live in a family group. The only other hawk in the world that does this is the Galapagos hawk. And it's all down to the fact that the Harris hawk is a desert bird. That's its environment in the wild. It's not a forest bird like a true hawk, it's a desert bird. So areas such as Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Texas is where we find this bird. And living in a group, they hunt in a group. And when you get a large group of them, 14, 16 birds, the probability is you're going to have 6 to 8 birds going out looking for food. Number 1 to number 8 is probably 400 metres. To communicate to each other, they have to do it silently. And to do it silently means to wiggle the tail. Look at that. Good boy, well done. Tell you something about Ipswich Town, can catch like that this coming season, won't they? I said that in Norfolk once about Norwich. I have an armed escort all the way home. Get out of Norfolk into Suffolk, and then I was safe again. Now, what they do is they wiggle their tail. Silent communication. The prey isn't alerted, the harrisauks are out looking for food. And another predator that has it, lionesses. Lionesses have a black tip on the tail. It's the same reason. If you imagine you've got some tall grass, zebra feeding, you've got 5 lionesses 3/4 of a mile away, they're hungry and they're going to ambush attack them. They've got the cover. And what happens is once 4 lionesses are in the right position, they can wave their tail. And the lead lioness can see quietly where they are. So it's a great advantage for them. Now, harrises have a social side to their group. So what you have is your alpha female, the only one in the group that will breed. Then you'll have your alpha male, or in a large group, males, you'll maybe get 2. Then you get the eldest daughters. Now at about 3, they then will start to look to form their own group. They want to breed themselves. So they'll start looking for an unrelated male from another group. You get your eldest males, then you get your young females, and right at the bottom of the pack with a harrisaur is a young male. Now because they're so unusual, they're very heavily studied, and what they've found is 2 things. The young male's job is to flush prey, isn't to catch prey, and what they've found is the young males, some of them don't catch their own food till they're over a year old. They rely upon the more powerful females to provide it. And secondly, once they do start catching their own food, it tends to be things like lizards, mice, rats. They have got that agility to be able to catch something like quail. So if you imagine here, a quail suddenly bursts up, he can go up, use that tail to intercept it, which is a great advantage. Now they've been here in the UK for about 40 years. That's when the first ones from America were imported. They are now the most popular falconry bird. The other thing about harrises is because they have this very laid back and amiable, easygoing nature and temperament, then they can be flown in lots of environments. Harrisauks are used an awful lot for pest control. We've had Wimbledon on for the last 2 weeks, and literally 6 o'clock in the morning, there's a lady there with her harrisauks keeping the pigeons out from all the rafters. Because you get 20, 30 pigeons, it's a lot of mess to clean up off from the seats. So we have them used in sporting events, we have them used power stations, car showrooms, shopping precincts, lots of environments. They take it within their stride. I actually did Trafalgar Square once, and I spent more time having a picture with tourists than actually doing my job. That's easy enough. The other thing was, the hawk caught a pigeon and landed on the taxi's roof just as the lights turned green. So what happened was I had to go running down the road with this on and this glove waving at this taxi driver. Anyway, he pulled over. He said, "Can I help you, mate?" I said, "My hawk's just caught a pigeon landing on your roof." "Yeah, righto, righto." I said, "Have a look." He went, "Oh, right." I thought I heard a bump. It was him. But they just take it within their stride. They're such an easygoing bird. The one thing we have an issue with, they have 3 main predators in the wild. One is the great horned owl, which is the North American eagle owl. Then we have the red-tailed hawk, which is a North American buzzard, considerably larger and more powerful than ours. And the other is the coyote. And they have this great dislike to dogs. Now Rudy took me 3 weeks to train. Took 4 weeks for him to accept the dogs in the garden. Took longer to get him to use to the dogs than actually train them. Initially, if the dogs literally popped their heads around the gate, he'd go absolutely guaranteed. Now they can lay about 4 foot in front of him, fast asleep, he's not bothered. But it's how long it took for him to get used to dogs. Right, I'm going to let him go away one more time and encourage him to go back up there. Are you going? And then I'm going to give him his big piece. Keep going. Off you go. One more. That's it, go on. Good lad, well done. There we go. So I'm going to call him big piece. There we go. Good boy, well done. There we are. Right, well I'm going to end the demonstration now. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned a little bit more about the birds I've just flown for you. And we are here till the 9th of September every day. So hopefully we'll see you back. on behalf of myself, thank you very much for watching and listening. Enjoy the rest of your visit with us here today at Africa Alive. And don't forget, coming up at 3 o'clock, very, very shortly, we have the second of today's performances from the mighty Zulu nations. So tell the truth, don't go anywhere. Well, thank you very much.